I would like for 1 year for this guy to not give bad news about anything that happens in Warner Brothers Discovery. Just 1 year. I wonder if David Zaslav can do that. I don't know. So, as the title implies, a bunch of people got axed out for their jobs, and Warner Brothers Studios, not Warner Brothers Studios, Cartoon Network Studios, and Warner Brothers Animation are going to be fusing into one entity. Now, according to C21media.net, Warner Brothers Television Group is cutting around 125 positions, 26% of the total, as part of an ongoing corporate restructuring of a parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery. The division, led by Chairman Channing Dungey, I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I apologize, laid off 82 people on yesterday, and will not fill another 43 vacant positions, adding up to 125 jobs across scripted, unscripted, animation. According to her, she said, as many of you have already learned, some of our treasured colleagues will be leaving the company because of reconstructing, why do I say that? Restructuring and realignment within our group. Wow, if they are treasured colleagues, why the heck did you get rid of them? Because David told you to? He doesn't seem to be a great boss now, isn't he, Channing? This was strictly a business decision made as thoughtfully and compassionately. Let me say that again. This was strictly a business decision made as thoughtfully and compassionately as possible by studio leadership. Oh yeah, really thought about this long and hard, and with compassion too. Like we feel so sorry for you. We're not gonna give, as far as I know, they haven't been given anything good or tried to help them out with finding like a better working place aside from just them. Nope, just axed off. Like, all right, you're done. We're done. We need more money, so you need to leave. Bye bye. But understanding that doesn't make this moment any easier. Yeah, sure, Channing. How long did it take for you to come up with this bullshit? On the animation side, Sam Register, who has been working for Warner Brothers for a long time as like a producer, he helped out with producing with many great contents in the past, will continue to lead as president of Warner Brothers Animation. I forgot he was president as well currently. Cartoon Network Studios and Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe. Under a newly implemented structure, the development and production teams for Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network Studios will merge, while Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe will continue to operate with a separate team. The three animation entities already share teams for current programming, casting, and business affairs. Now, I want to stop right there. I don't know what this means for future content for Cartoon Network, but considering the fact that almost any news that you hear for Warner Brothers Discovery hasn't been good, it wouldn't surprise me if they decide to screw things over for Cartoon Network even more. I mean, they already got rid of some of their current or already completed stuff. What else are they gonna do to screw things up? If I find anything else, I'll talk about it on here. I hate doing this, but I have a long history with this company when it comes to a viewer. I'll go into details later. I should continue reading this article because it is important. Under the new animation structure, the development team for kids and family series will be held by Audrey Dale. Adult animation development will be led by Peter Girardi, and animation long-form series development by Sammy Perlmutter, with Bobby Page heading main production. Ed Adams will continue as executive VP and general manager. This is a strategic realignment underway at WTVG's unscripted group, which includes Warner Horizon Unscripted Television, Telepictures, and Shed Media, and is overseen by Mike Darnell, president of Warner Brothers Unscripted Alternative Television. Following the recent news that Warner Horizon head Brooke Crazen is leaving the company, Bridget Tara, I don't know how to pronounce this name, I apologize, and Dan Sachs will now leave Warner Horizon. Some of the creative development and programming roles at Warner Horizon and Telepictures will be combined, according to Dungey's memo. David McGuire will continue to lead Telepictures, while Lisa Shannon and Dan Pearson will still run Shed Media. The creative leadership of WTVG's scripted operation will be unchanged, and it will continue to be led by Brett Paul, president of Warner Bros. Television, and Clancy Collins-White as head of development, Vicky Drummer, head of career programming, Sue Palladino, head of production, Mele Dengaler, again, I don't know how to pronounce some of these names, and I apologize for screwing them up, head of casting, and Adam Glick, head of business affairs. Elsewhere, WBD is set to close its short-form content studio Stage 13 and its TV workshops for writers and directors. Stage 13, a studio production company under WBTVG, has created content across scripted and unscripted with a focus on elevating underrepresented voices since 2017. It produced more than 200 episodes of television, including Special, which are on Netflix, It's Bruno, Netflix, March, The CW, Family Style, HBO, and Max. Projects that are currently being developed under Stage 13 will be absorbed into WBTV. Warner Brothers Writers Workshop, which has been in operation for more than 4 decades, will close in 2022 to 2023 edition. The Program A includes separated workshops for writers and directors and was often used by emerging creative talent looking to climb the ladder in the industry. According to Dungey, oh boy, this is gonna be good. Both workshops has been instrumental in training the next generation of creative talent in the industry. While we no longer have these formalized programs in place, we remain committed to developing and mentoring emerging talent and preparing them for careers in television, as well as preparing for them for when they get fired. Okay, she didn't say that, that was me who added that, but still, might as well. Anyway, the new round of job cuts comes less than 2 months after WBD axed around 70 positions at the HBO Max and HBO teams under Casey Bloys. David Zasloff led WBD has been looking to find around US $30 billion in costing savings within a couple of years, and lowering the headcount has been a key part of that. More than layoffs are likely, with the film group also expected to be effective before the end of the year. Those are challenging times in the world at large and tumultuous times in our industry, according to Channing. For this kind of change to hit so close to home is incredibly difficult, but my hope is that these changes, made within an eye to a more focused business strategy, will strengthen and stabilize our company, maintain our great creative output, and better position us for continued future success. A lot of bullshit I'm hearing from your mouth, lady. I gotta tell you. As I was saying, I have a history with this company with viewing both cartoon and live action stuff. And hearing this news just absolutely, completely disappoints me. Now, maybe Cartoon Network Studios history will be fine, and especially for its future, maybe. But with so much negativity happening within that company, I don't have a lot of hope. Right now, even in the past, I have nothing but worry and fear. Because I think that they're gonna screw things up even more. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it'll lead to something good, or maybe it'll lead to something negative. If it leads to something negative, it wouldn't surprise me, but I just want the pain to stop. I just want to see some positivity from this company, but every time I hear news about Warner Brothers Discovery, it's gonna be something bad. It's like, hey guys, Warner Brothers Discovery's in the news again. Oh boy. What's happening now? What did Dave Zaslav do this time? Oh, he laid off a bunch of people again? Doing something with Warner Brothers Animation? Sorry. Yeah, Cartoon Network Animate. Yeah, Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network Studios. Oh wow. Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be something good. Now, I want to focus on the people who got cut off. I'm sorry that you guys got fired. It's absolutely ridiculous and completely unfair that you guys got cut off just because they want more money and an eventual sell to NBC Universal. If you don't know about that, I talked about it in a previous video and you could go check that out for yourself if you do not believe me. But I also feel sorry for those who are working at Warner Brothers Animation. Because I bet there's going to be some people who worked at Cartoon Network Studios who's going to help out, but at the same time, that means a lot of work for the people who work at Warner Brothers Animation. And if you don't know, Cartoon Network Studios were the ones that handled all the cartoons ever since I think 1997. Let me check real quick. So technically, I was right. It was 1996 and close to 1997, but mostly just started around 1996 with What a Cartoon and Dexter's Laboratory making the lead. And sure, Warner Bros. Animation has a good history as well too, which started mostly around 1981 with the Looney Bugs Bunny movie, and then they would start off with their whole original films with Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I mean, they made some good current stuff, but not all of it is the best. Some of it is just absolute schlock. So I don't know what that means for the future content. It's completely unknown. Now, there's another site that claims like, oh, they won't have a say of what type of content they'll make. They're just going to be creating notable IPs. We don't know that. The person who's saying that is Cartoon Brew, and if you're getting your information from Cartoon Brew, I highly recommend that you don't. Because according to someone named Taylor Reynolds, Cartoon Brew has a history of controversy, with demanding the Loud House crew to quit after a controversial person left, making jokes about the whole John Lasseter situation, releasing names of victims without their consent, and will publish clickbaity titles just to get people to click on their articles. Don't trust them. Trust the link that I am providing to you that I got from Taylor Reynolds as well too. If you don't believe me about the whole Cartoon Brew controversy, I will link that in the description box as well too. But going back to this, it absolutely sucks that they have a lot of pressure with not only just working on movies, but they also have to work on TV shows as well too. Because you may never know who's going to get cut off as well too, making their jobs even worse. It wouldn't surprise me with this company, and especially with David Zaslav as well too. But like I said before, had a long history with Warner Brothers Animation and with Warner Brothers in general and Cartoon Network Studios as well too. To see this happen, I can't see any positivity unless I see absolute proof. And I just hope that nothing bad happens as well too. But with David Zaslav being on a roll to being one of the most worst boss to work for in the capitalist history, I don't have any faith that it will lead to something good. All I can see, all I've ever seen from this company is just negativity from left to right, from back and front. I don't know how much I can take. I've already decided for myself that I don't want to support anything Warner Brothers related because of what's been going on lately. I just want this to stop. I just want to like something from this company for once. want to check something real quick. I'm sorry, I was checking on something which was John Wick to see like what company actually owns that, and that's actually Lionsgate. And I know good and well they're not owned by Warner Brothers, which is a good thing. But going back to this, and I might as well conclude this, I hate the fact that so many of these people got unjustifiably fired, and I fear for anybody that works there because you may never know if they're going to be safe or they're going to be fired. That's what it is when working with these capitalist companies. You may never know if you're going to be the next list of people to be on the chopping block, so that way they can be prepared for a sell and make even more money. And I feel bad for the people staying there because, like, oh, great, more work for us. That's just absolutely ridiculous. It's not like we're going to be going through any pressure or anything like that. It's just dumb. These people don't care. David Zaslav absolutely does not care about these people. And I'm just wondering, when does the negativity stop? Where does the positivity end? Let me know what you guys think. Every link will be provided in the description box below, and I'll see you again next time. Hopefully with something positive and different instead of something negative.